All right, so Acts chapter 21, verse 36. Right? Because, all the people were trying to kill Paul, and they get to the stairs of the castle, and the soldiers had to carry him up the stairs where the people were trying to get to him. And then verse 36. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, away with him. They're out for blood. They want to kill Paul. How dare him say not to make any graven images of idols. That's against the second commandment. How dare he? How dare he say that the Savior is Jesus Christ? In verse 37. And as Paul was to be led into the castle, he said unto the chief captain, May I speak unto thee? Who said, Canst thou speak Greek? All right, so Paul's he's going on his way into the castle. And he wants to talk to the head honcho there, the chief captain. He wants, can I speak to you? And so the captain's saying, do you speak Greek? And then verse 38, art not thou that Egyptian, which before these days madest an uproar, and leddest out into the wilderness 4,000 men that were murderers? So now he's asking him the question. Aren't you the Egyptian? You led all these people to the wilderness, 4,000 men that were murderers? Right, so because he's asking. And then verse 39. But Paul said, I am a man which am a Jew of Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, a citizen of no mean city, and I beseech thee, suffer me to speak unto the people. Right, so Paul said, can I speak to you? And the captain's like, well, aren't you the guy that 1,000 murderers out into the wilderness? He said, I'm just a Jew from Tarsus, the city of Cilicia. Just please let me talk to these people. And then verse 40. And when he had given him lenience, Paul stood on the stairs and beckoned with the hand unto the people. And when there was made a great silence, he spake unto them in the Hebrew tongue, saying, so we're going to leave that in suspense. That's the end of chapter 21. Right, so but he's at the step. Right? He's like he stood on the stairs and he waited for there to be great silence, and then he's going to speak to these people in Hebrew. So amazing, the mob rule, man. Grab your torches and your pitchforks. We found the enemy number one. Let's kill him. But Amityville, New York, prepare for the Antichrist, not the rapture. If you think you're going to escape tribulation with the rapture, you're going to be sadly mistaken. The Antichrist must come first. And he's going to make an image of himself, and he's going to get you to bow down to it. And so if you're already in a workspace church like this, you're already bowing down to graven images. So you're not going to have a problem bowing down to the image of the Antichrist. And plus, if you're not truly saved, you're going to believe everything he says anyway. Because he says if it were possible, he's going to deceive even the very elect, which is the truly saved is the very elect. So that's why I'm trying to get people to understand the true salvation. Because if you're not truly saved, you will be deceived by the Antichrist. And you will bow down to his image that he's going to allow it to talk. Somehow this image is going to speak. Like the guy on the cross in there, this graven image, he can't speak. Right? But the Antichrist is going to create an image, he's going to speak. And then, oh no, this is real. But you're already deceived right now into the workspace salvation. So hopefully you have ears to hear the true salvation, the words of God, the true words of God about salvation. Because Jesus did a lot of work. He was slain from the foundations of the world. Because anyone in the workspace, right, they know that the punishment of sin, the punishment of eternal sin, is what? It's death in hell, right? They believe in hell. They say, oh, if you sin, you go to hell, right? So that's the eternal punishment of sin. So everyone deserves to go to hell because we've all sinned. So there's only one way out of going to hell. If God put the punishment as, your disobedience and your sin against God, you deserve hell. That's the punishment. Then we all have to pay for that. Unless someone made a way for you to bypass hell. He took your punishment of hell on himself. He paid your punishment of hell. Then the price is paid for your eternal sin. That you don't have to go there. But this guy in there, this is another Jesus. He never paid any punishment for anything. It's just a guy on the cross, a graven image. That's not the true God. Because Jesus did all the work. It's by his grace we're saved. Through faith in what he did. And it's a free gift of everlasting life. And it's that simple. You just have to believe that he did the work. And you take the gift by faith. Because it's by grace, so you don't deserve it. But you go into one of these churches, everything's about the works. You got to prove yourself worthy to go to heaven. But Jesus said there's no one good but God. So all these things you're doing in the flesh, these works you're doing, trying to prove yourself worthy to go to heaven and to be a good person, that's in vain, because Jesus said there's no one good but God. So, so that's not him in there. But Amityville, New York. Wake up quick before it's too late. And understand the true salvation. Get a King James Bible. Read it. Cover to cover. Get it in there. You better get it straight.